I played around with making a video about the Burnham special, analyzing it and talking about what it means, but honestly, that would just take a bit too much of my energy to find the meaning of this thing, and I just can't do it. Instead, I thought we would talk about some technical aspects and how Bo uses his tools to create the sense of dread and claustrophobia found in inside. I really shouldn't have said inside. That kind of fucked up that part. Anyway, this special is Bo alone, surrounded by mountains of gear and garbage in a tiny shed. For a comedy special, Bo puts in a lot of silent shots. There's parts where he fucks up a line or a note in a song, and he doesn't cut away.
I took a big fucking breath.
Some of the songs here are seen from an askew angle that makes it feel like a found footage movie or something. Of course, Bo puts these in for a reason. He did edit the whole thing by himself, which is strange, but also kind of amazing. These shots make the special extremely immersive, and as a result, creates for some very intense emotion. Bo breaks the line between performance, between product, between content, and real life. And for someone whose previous specials often hinged on being absolutely planned out, scripted performances, it feels awkward. It's intimate, not just because you get to see Bo cry, like actually weep, but because of how all of this is put together. Bo uses a lot of slow zooms. I'm assuming they're done in post, as in they're digital zooms, because there's no camera operator. These shots are mesmerizing, almost dizzying, slowly zooming in on this already cramped space, which is never left for the entire special. By the last third, it feels like a prison, which only gets you more invested as Bo also feels increasingly trapped. I think I speak for everyone when I say that talking about quarantine, especially rich celebrities and fucking Ellen talking about quarantine, got old very quickly. Something so universal that literally everyone is experiencing leaves no room for anyone to say anything new. And so I went into Inside a bit worried. Would this just be him talking about quarantine like, oh my god, this year has been so crazy, guys? And well, that's kind of true. Inside is 100% about quarantine. It doesn't feel like just a reflection of what I have lived over the past 2 years or whatever. Instead, this feels like a very unique story of a comedian attempting to be funny during a time like this. It's not a redundant, myopic explanation of everything we've lived through over the last year. It's more of a series of increasingly grim vignettes that manage to be a product of quarantine and an allegory for the mental anguish that this has had on all of us. This YouTube channel started in May of 2020. It's been about a year and a few dozen videos since then. Creating art pretty much throughout this whole thing has been pretty therapeutic for me, but still, sitting at the same desk typing on the shitty $20 Logitech keyboard has been my life for hundreds of hours now. I'm doing fine. You don't have to worry about me. But still, the sense of dread that I get from those slow zooms into a space that kind of mirrors the fucking desk I sit at right now. I think that's what art is all about. The overwhelming emotion received simply from turning a lens or cutting on a timeline. This is why I make these videos. It's why I write these words. It's why I love art.
Trying to be funny and stuck in a room. There isn't much more to say.